Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to discuss love and love and love and love. Introduce yourself one time, my brother.
Well, my name is Wider Ismail. I am a scriptwriter and a poet. At the same time, I'm a public speaker and an analyst on different issues pertaining life and
Love, inclusive.
exactly.
Beautiful. And then Christ.
Actually, literally, my name is Roger Crash.
Should we say you're lover boy?
No, let it come from you, not from me personally.
Okay, it's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today it's an idea of what hurts me because I've seen this happen on several occasions. Even as I'm speaking right now, there could be a couple watching the show who are together, and it looks like they have a big future together, but one of them is actually scared to make that final move. It could be in circumstances like we've seen people, a guy goes down on his single knee and says, "Will you marry me?" And she says no. Or the lady is doing everything to portray the signs and symptoms of permanency, but the dude is absolutely meaning just for now. He's living today, he doesn't care about tomorrow. Big question I want to ask right now is, why is this happening? And off to Wider.
Well, you see, no one falls in love expecting failure.
Okay.
At least there is that single partner who has eyes on permanency. And I believe at the start, everyone is seeing the smooth ride.
Of course.
But they forget that we have tunnels and thorns to go over at the end of it all.
Right.
So, we're having an individual here, let's say it's a guy, who has, over the years or over the month, been after this young, beautiful lady.
Okay.
But we don't know what is at the back of the mind of this young lady. You see, people fall in love for different reasons. Sometimes, are you aware a lady would fall in love with you out of pity?
Definitely.
Someone actually once told me that a lady will fall in love with you for food.
I am telling you. She had a need at that moment. And now that you fulfilled the need, she does not want to outrightly tell you, you know what, I only wanted the food.
Another individual is like the way Whiter walks. It's really nice to me. I feel like I should fall for him.
So it's just the
Just
walking
a walking
stance.
style.
See? So only one person is having the agenda of love and then crossing that line to go to the extreme.
This is
Because when
when...
we talk about the extreme, we don't necessarily talk about the marriage.
True.
But mere being in an affair whereby you're going to at least reach a limit whereby, number one, maybe you're close to pushing in and living together, or number two, going to meet the parents of the other partner. That is a line, even before it is marriage.
Let me cut you short a little bit. This is when I want to ask you, but though the question is going to Christ, is there a formula, or should I call it a potion, that can help someone be in position to see through, the barriers of understanding that, you know what, I think this person may not be looking at permanency as per se for now, or else it's all a game of, try and error.
Sugar, I do understand your question, but this is my take when it comes to that issue. When it comes to relationship, just get to know that these ladies, they have ways of noticing there is something happening between me and this one. Yes, I'm into marriage because at home they want to see my partner. But the signs of the guy, they are like, this man is more into just an affair, simple affair for a little while, then maybe he moves on looking for his future. And unfortunately, you may find this real guy, he's even not after his future because he's not ready to understand that maybe this is the wife I should stay with. Literally, and actually, you see, the same guy, he's like, will I manage this girl? Like, when she becomes my wife, am I in position to take on her? Am I in position to take care of her? Because the eating, sleeping, whether she's sick, going somewhere, everything is on to that guy, and he's terrified of taking on the challenge.
The responsibilities are just enough to scare him.
Definitely. So he's just more into, let us go for an outing, let us go somewhere, let's do this, let's do that. But when it comes to the other issue of settling in, he's like, no, we are going to handle that, don't worry.
Now, and that is where the problems are all coming from. Now, Waida, back to you. Is there a stage, I don't know, whether at the same time or in different time periods, amongst men and ladies, when someone is now ready for permanence, or it is a random kind of situation?
Well, before I go to that, before I go into a relationship, I always ask myself, God, I want you to give me what I call a relationship X-ray. So that I'm in position and I get to realize whether I'm actually going in for the right person.
Right.
But then going back to your issue, love has stages.
Of course.
And whichever stage you arrive, there are different issues and
And
changes.
challenges.
Trust me, the love you had at 23, at 19, at 20 is not the same love you'll have at 28, 29, 30.
30 plus.
There is a level where you have that desperacy. Society is looking at this. I have church people who expect me to be doing this. They are,
Personally.
yes, they don't expect me to be doing certain things. I have to behave in a certain way,
Way.
that actually make me win a suitor at a certain point. So that lady or gentleman reaches a time and, you know what? I am planning to settle. I am done with the nonsense. I am done with each and everything, and right now I'm looking for that actual partner. So age may not be an issue, depending on the situation that someone is going through.
True.
Someone may want to settle at 21.
So it is circumstantial.
Why? Because we are looking at the reason that's why you'll get a partner. I need a comforter. Probably I have my small business and I need someone who will help me push this business.
I need a companion.
I'm not going to go in for this boyfriend. I'm far away from high school love like it was. I'm looking at someone who is actually serious. That is why you will be baffled when you look at people aged 19, 20 and she's on a dating site looking for a husband to be.
Now, Christ, is it possible, basing on what he has just explained, for me to approach a girl and tell her, you know what, I'm actually just here because I'm looking for a companion, or something very meager to start off a relationship, and the other partner or the other person you have actually approached is okay with it? Is that a normal thing to do?
I would like to look onto our contemporary society and the real life we are living in currently, as in, you know, this is Africa and specifically Uganda, whereby relationship nowadays or love is more into what?
Money.
So
I actually thought he was going to say specifically Uganda.
No. I don't want to generalize to that tribe.
Man
Okay.
does not discriminate regions.
Okay, it's fine.
You get?
Yes.
So this girl, when you approach her and you're like, you know, I'm looking for a partner. Do you know what comes into her mind?
No.
On the first step, it is one. Does this guy have money? What is she looking on to? She's looking
It is
on
now
to her
something
siblings.
for something.
She's looking on to her siblings, the brother, the mom,
The entire
sister,
clan.
The entire clan. So
Bro.
is this guy in position of supporting me so that I can also support the heavy load I have? Are we getting the point?
I get the picture.
So this is where love comes in, and she's like, yeah,
I'm okay.
I'm okay with it. We can do it.
Hidden agendas.
It is now onto this one who is looking onto settling. Is like society, my family, even my well-being, my health, because he's also onto health. Let me be with one person, but he bumps into someone
Baggage.
who's looking for
And well, that very issue, when you talk about money,
Yeah.
money as an issue, I want to bring it in the aspect of life goals. we're having young men and women who may not want to go an extra mile in a relationship or push it further, simply because of the idea and the opinion they have towards money and consumption. We could have a partner who merely is into saving, and then on the other hand, we look at a guy who is a spender.
I get you.
At the end of it all, one who has values of saving to better a relationship, thinking about probably a marriage in the future. And this guy is like, you came into my life, you found me spending, and I'm fine with my friends. You're here limiting, it's my cash, it's my money. So you have no right to talk about my money. You will not give me orders on how to spend it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so much still to talk about, but right now I want us to take a breather. If you're at home, all you gotta do is grab something to eat, whether it's snack, food, whatever, because we also want to grab something to eat. See you in a bit. All right, welcome back. And you know, most of the times when I tell you guys that we're going to grab something to eat, anyway, I'm not being selfish in one way or the other, but welcome back, and this is The Glory of Love. My name is MC Sugar. If you just joined us right now, put your remote down, sit back, relax, because we're talking so much around here that is going to benefit you. Now, while we enjoy our meal, in the first place, I want to send special shout outs to Team Tommy Pixels. Big up on yourself, Tommy. I don't want to forget the entire team, Tommy Pixels. And then, of course, there is Max Dub as well, media on that side. And then, of course, I don't want to forget Angelo Stokes. Big up on yourself, my brother. And so much that you've been doing background work just like that. But we're here talking love. Now, I want us to use about in 10 to 12 minutes. Basically, discuss two of the major causes of this ideology of people not crossing that bridge. So we can see what exactly, we point at some of those remedies or some of those problems. Probably starting with you, Waika.
Well, I would cite fear of commitment as one of the major issues as to why people fail to cross the line you're talking about. You see, crossing the line is, I want to reecho it, does not necessarily mean opting for marriage, but going an extra mile.
Are you saying there are people who cross the line and still they don't commit?
Of course, we have people who do things that are actually done by marriage. That is what I'm calling crossing the line.
Like which things? Give me two.
You want to associate with the relatives of the would-be husband or wife. That is gaining identity. And we take a family.
That one
Next.
is done by two.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is the sign that you want to get there. Next, I will talk about you term them as weekend marriages. There are a lot of things that are involved in
Weekend marriages is a graduation process.
Trust me, a weekend married wife does the same things that are done by
Unofficially married wife.
married.
Right.
So someone wants to do the dishes and wash the clothes.
Of course.
And even fulfill the marital duties. So crossing the line is intertwined in all that.
Okay.
But then we have people who fear what we call the lifelong commitment. Yes, when I talk about a lifelong commitment, I'm looking at different individuals who probably fear to get where others have gotten to. Like, let's say, appearing to be realistically married, in the true sense, going through all that is embedded in marriage. And then we are living in a generation whereby people feel marriage is a trap. Number one, you're cutting me from my friends. Obviously, there are friends you may not want to show to your wife.
True.
There are friends you may not want to show to your husband. We are looking at girlfriends who do not want their men, call them my man, their men to associate or get to know their friends. Because one, they know their character. And some of them actually may not be in support of the relationship and may try so hard to stop it. By maybe probably wanting to go into a relationship with this person just to save their friend from getting into it, because they know if once they are into it, they're going to cut us off.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
So the trap also comes at a time whereby movements are going to be limited.
That's obvious.
A man would not fancy a lady who would be able to ask him, you know what, where are you coming from at this time?
And where are you going?
I've been living a life whereby I come back at any time I want. Yeah? So having me tied down to one place just because of a single non-living thing called a ring, and denying me all the freedom that I want, I'd rather remain single.
Rather stay single.
And I reach that time of desperation, whereby people will say, now is the time.
Anything that comes along.
To hell with it.
Yes.
I don't know what really happened to love is to sacrifice, but it seems there's a lot of sacrifice for us to make, to be emotional, to commit. Now, switching to you, Christ, what other major cause would you be focusing on right here about this same issue?
To sieve other factors and make sure I come up with one conk one. Omanchi bagamba nti kano kali kiriya. So that factor is one whereby these people or these partners, they have different life goals. When I talk about a goal, you clearly understand that these people have different ideas and different reasons as why they are going into something. Okay?
Ondi agamba in 20 years njagala kola kino.
You get?
Omulala agamba nze in 5 years I want to do this.
And there is someone who is saying by these years, okay, between these years, no one should see me with anyone. Like as in we are committed, this is my wife, this is my husband, what? You get?
It is casual.
So these people, they find themselves that now they are at the same table, but with different
goals.
life goals.
Wow.
What happens? What happens?
That's what I'm worried about.
This is what happens. It is either you enter into such a relationship and suffer with it.
By compromising your own goals.
Definitely. Or you kneel down. You kneel down to God, whereby you're asking, you're praying, please.
To be saved.
Please, I'm entering into this, but it is only you who can make it work out.
You went for one overnight at one random pastor, and then you met a lady.
You're right.
And then you back into this relationship. You've met this lady, but she has her goals.
Right.
That in this year, I want to establish a business.
Right.
In this year, I want to amass certain amount of money.
Right.
And you, that very year, you have no plans of business. Your plan is to spend.
Okay.
So
More
I'm
so,
telling you, your goals are going to be wide apart.
he bumps onto someone who is
Yes, indeed. What he said that
Who
we
is
need
loaded?
we need to leave
Yes.
this unto God is.
You approach a certain
definitely
girl,
someone
and
you're like,
following
I've
this is
left
asking for
everything
rent.
to God. That's all. It's the end of it all.
Without me, would she pay rent?
My
see?
goodness, guys, we have not yet come to the point of resolution, by the way. Our time is really flying so fast. What we're going to do right now is, as we bite our food, let's breathe extra. When we come back, we are drilling more into this because what I've seen right here is time has run us out super fast. But we are going to come back just the way we are and we dig into what we call the resolutions of what do you do? What do I do? Now, different philosophies of love talk different things about love, especially to love someone. There's one that says to love someone is to support them as they take a personal challenge and grow. Another one says to love someone is to take care of ourselves because when we do, we can show up better for them too. Another one says to love someone is to want them to feel free, to be who they are, to express themselves and to pursue the things that give their lives purpose and meaning. And with all this, someone will say, I'm now confused. Yes, you are right to say that, but I think it is always very better for you to zero this down to yourself, because now, this whole hula baloo expands differently on different personalities. This is going to kind of feel like we're getting too personal, but I want wider to share and even Christ later on in like 2 minutes as we wrap up on the show, since time is flying so fast, from their personal experience. But what you call out here, oh, what was your experience in that very dimension?
I don't want to jump onto the narrative of the common song that people sing, Atakwagala Omulaba. Ideally, now we go to Yagala Omulaba.
For real?
Because as a solution, if I'm citing following this, you're going into something. We need to understand that the heart is yours and the mind is yours. You cannot come out of the blue and you tell us, you know what, I never loved her. I merely found out that I was not in love with her 2 years into the relationship. You always know it personally. You know what, I am into this. Number one, I want to fulfill my sexual desires. For number two, she has money, I want to make her my money bank. For number three, I only want to get to her because she's connected somewhere and I want to reach somewhere in life. It's not precisely because of love. Or maybe it's on a positive note, you know, I've reached a moment whereby I need someone in my life and I see that in her. They just pray to God that she feels the same way. But what we need to understand is, at the beginning of a relationship, there is one who is ideally very serious. And the advice I would give ladies out there, you claim that this guy loves you. But ideally, does he look at you as a potential wife? If he doesn't, run from the life.
Now, Christ, in 2 minutes, what is your feel about this whole situation? Why I was getting it so personal, we were speaking from a personal point of understanding.
Actually, there is one song, there is one artist, he was like, Mutima gwange toyina ku papa tolaga nti oyagala nnyo. Like, you have to talk to your inner heart. Please, I understand you are attracted to so and so, but please take caution. Try to trick her in one or the other.
Baby, I want to see you send me transport. Who wants to see the app?
You see, she's bringing an idea that she wants to see you, but still you have to send
Transport.
for her to come and see you.
If you are into someone who will ask for transport all the time, that person is ideally indirectly a prostitute. Why? The other one is in the public sector. She's in the private sector because you are alone.
She's a good
whenever
machine.
you come, you visit me and we have something together. I give you money. My dear, you're not different from the other lady. You take it along the road.
Oh my goodness, guys, our time is really out. There's so much to discuss, but just like I told you, we're coming back next Saturday with resolutions to this whole, confusion, this whole muddle right here. But I know there are those who have their different attachments here and there, but I want to speak to those that have their exes. I know so many of you are, you see, it's my ex that made me what I am. Now I fear to get married, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you in brief, your ex used the tools that she had or he had to try to accommodate you. Things failed. It's just like sending someone to the chambers with a slasher. What do you expect? A garden that has been tilled? Impossible.
Definitely.
So accept that now. That failed. You still have chances to go on. Ask yourself, what lesson did I learn? And move on. When we come back next Saturday, get a pen and paper because we shall be giving you some resolutions or some solutions permanently, long-lasting, to help you drill or take yourself through this whole situation right here. Otherwise, we love you so much. I still remain MC Sugar, the King of Hearts, right here on Magic One TV, and we'll be right back next Saturday.